Good evening and welcome to Let's Talk Shop with Russ. And this time it worked. I pushed the button one time and the countdown.
And it all worked out.
Yeah, it's like, wow, really? Sometimes I think this computer has a mind of its own. It just likes messing with me. But yeah, we don't have a per se subject. We're just going to wing it and talk. And we don't have we have Lady Friendly Wicked Truth on, but she wanted to come on and just say hi, and she's working on, is that Spiro you're still working on? Oh, she must be muted. She can hear me. Anyway, so.
Hi. I'm sorry. I muted forgot. The stupid clock was making that noise, so.
I said, is that still the Spiro you're working on?
No, this is some tatting. I need a palette cleanser. Every little bit. Just does that make any sense? A palette cleanser, not like wood palettes, though. Okay.
Well, I don't know what you want to cleanse, but let's be PG for the show, okay? But anyways. But we're here tonight. We've got a lot of people out there. Jeff Walsma, Dan Inge from Dan Inge Woodworking, Chris Nealon. Chris Nealon, I think, just had a birthday the other day. How old are you, Chris? 105? I mean, I'm sorry.
105?
But he just had
not again.
Oh, he says, Russ, I ordered my laser Friday night, 100 watts. He's got the laser fever. He ordered him one too.
Is that 100 watts at the wall or 100 watts at the?
No, that's the CO2. It's actually 100 watt power, laser power.
That's a big one.
Yeah, he had asked me a couple of questions over on Facebook, and I gave him my phone number, and he called me and we talked about it and everything. I told him, I said, there's nothing, the Chinese lasers, the ones that like I have, the OM Tech, they're good lasers. They just, I was fortunate, thank God, and knock on wood. I got a piece of wooden desk here. That mine came together. I didn't have to really do anything to it, and it worked perfect right out of the box. But I have heard some horror stories about people, their mirrors weren't aligned right, so they're having to realign their mirrors, and apparently that's a pain in the derriere. So, but anyway, really I just wanted to make him aware that sometimes they need a little tinkering with to make them work right. Another thing is their exhaust fan system is a piece of crap. I snatched it out and put a bigger exhaust fan in it, so that made it a lot nicer. It's got a little old tiny aquarium pump for the air assist, which is a piece of crap. I snatched that out and hooked it to my big compressor. Now it's a little overboard, but I already had it wasn't like I bought the compressor. I have a big 80-gallon 2-stage that'll run all the impact tools when we were building race cars. So I still have it, and I just hooked it to that and put a regulator on it and lowered it. I run about 35 PSI if I'm cutting to help keep the char cleaned out of the groove or whatever. But I gave him some pointers and tips, and so by George, he ordered one, 100 watt. That's cool. How big, Chris, how big is the bed? I'm curious as to how big of the bed is that you got on that one.
I'll bet you it's the same size, just a bigger tube as yours.
Yeah, mine's a 24 by 36. I'm going to cut something 24 by 36. Whenever I said he was 105, he says, I'm younger than you, Russ. James Parker's out there. Midnight Scroller, Luana Pierce. Michelle Marcoux.
Michelle Marcoux. Bonsoir.
Yeah.
Restream bot is here again.
Oh boy.
Restream bot is here. Yes, Restream bot is here. So yeah, so all of those people are out there.
Hi,
Yes,
everybody.
yep. So, but anyway, we don't have really a thing. I don't want to put it. We really don't have a subject for tonight. We're just gonna wing it and talk about different stuff. So first
Tool
off,
around.
let me talk about my wonderful sponsors, and they are Devobal Technologies for web design, development, and hosting. Visit devobal.com. FastCap Innovative Products for the professional woodworker. Go to fastcap.com. Rockler, 60 years in woodworking. Create with confidence. Visit rockler.com. Bearwood Supply Company, your best choice for hard-to-find woodworking supplies. Go to bearwood.com. Klingspor, the sanding specialist. Woodworkingshop.com. And Seiko, the scroll saw specialist. Seiko.com. And don't forget, give me a thumbs up if you wouldn't mind. I appreciate it. I like all the thumbs up. If you click on that little bell up there at the top, it'll notify you anytime I post a video or I go live. And don't forget to subscribe. Al, tell us where we can find you.
That's me. Al Forte, Odessa Woodworking and Maker Shop. Kilroy 79763, also known by many other names. We won't go into those right now. I stream on Twitch 2 p.m. Sunday at Kilroy 79763, and I will be streaming tomorrow at 2 p.m. Twitch. Kilroy 79763. Chris? What about
Chris,
you?
go ahead.
Hey,
Yeah,
gang,
y'all go
this
ahead.
is Will Cranky Workshop. You'll find me on Facebook and YouTube. And I thought I would have a video done today, but it was a nice day and there was live music playing at an outdoor stage, and you know how it goes. You know, next thing you know, you're not working on a video. So,
Yep.
Anyways, got nothing going on right now. No Christmas orders backed up. Everything's done, and we're golden from here to the first of the year.
Did somebody already block that thing that was on there?
We did.
Yep.
I
Paul
did.
and I,
both got them.
Thank you.
we're loyal
Thank
followers.
you. Well, I was looking back and I didn't see it, and I'm like, "Holy crap! Somebody already did it."
Right,
We're good.
I blocked
Yes,
them. I
thank
think Paul
you.
reported them.
You don't pay us what you pay us for no reason at all, okay?
Yeah. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Every once in a while, you'll get some a-hole that does stuff like that.
Yeah,
so.
they got nothing better. You know, be different if you met
No.
a woman.
Who's
Answers
next?
like that don't meet women.
Lady Frenzy,
the-
Wicked.
The disembodied
Well, you
hands. is next.
Hi, everybody. I'm Lady Frenzy Wicked Truth. I'm from Georgia. You can find me over on Twitch at the same name. I also have a Discord, and I'm also the king of the Crafting Crusaders. Yes,
She is the king of the
not
crafty
the queen.
crusader. She's the king. Long live the king. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
Jim Bashir's.
Jim Bashir's Driveway Workshop. I've been working on teething rings for my grandson. So today I made this guy, a little hippo.
Oh, neat.
I got to get all the burn
Nice.
marks off from the router though.
What's that made
So
out
this
of?
guy got cut out on a bandsaw and then, well, there we are, sanded to death and routed over.
What's
And
it,
then
what's
a
it
couple
made
of weeks
out of?
ago, a couple of weeks. This one's hard maple, and when they say hard maple, man, they mean it. 'Cause it burned the crap out of it. And when I drilled the hole in here with the Forstner bit, it took probably 5 minutes to drill that hole out. It was horrible.
Wow.
Brand new
Nice.
Forstner bit kit too. So this one was like a test that I just made freehand, and he's been chewing on it for a week now. But,
Yes. You
and
can get-
I had a great day today, though, out in the shop once it warmed up over freezing. My nephew came by, and if I could share my screen with you, Russ, I would love that.
Just ask Paul.
I'm
Yeah,
asking.
Now you don't paint those. You don't paint those with lead paint, do you?
Yeah,
Oh,
He
yeah, great
soaks
too
them.
on them.
He soaks them in lead. Lets the lead just permeate into him.
but
Wow.
anyway, so Alex was making darn it, I went to the wrong screen again. So Alex was making these. He works in an ornamental iron shop.
Wow.
And
Nice.
if you guys can see that picture, he was making this for a contest they've got in the shop, and it weighs like 5 million pounds. But he came over today, and we made up this wooden insert in it for the seat.
Cool.
So he got to play with a dado blade for his first dado blade attempt. So it was a lot of fun.
The black
sorry.
is all made out of metal, right?
Yep. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Like I said, it weighs a ton, man. It's we don't want that. Anyway, so that's what we've been doing lately and eating.
Yeah.
Nothing like
Trust
earthquake.
me, I was so stuffed Thursday night. Woo.
Yeah.
Paul.
Paul Corliss from Paul's Messy Workshop. You can find me on YouTube. You can find me on Instagram, and I've been doing nothing.
Now, there's a guy who knows how to do retirement.
That's my boy.
Dixon.
Hi, Dixon Hoffman. You find me at Hoffman Signs and Decals. Right there's my website, and that's it.
Cool.
And that's not it. That's not it.
You can send pictures, and if we get time enough, James Parker asked if we can send pictures. You can send pictures to contest where you normally send it. Contest at Simply Wooden Creations out time. We'll try to have time if I have time to look at them. The reason I didn't do that tonight is because I was going to post it yesterday. And with just everything going on with the family, I forgot. It slipped my mind.
And that's the truth. That's what he said.
So if you want to go ahead and still send them, and when we get a chance, I'll show them. If not, we'll hold them off and do it again. It's not like they're going to go anywhere. I'll just leave them in my email box. So,
Hold him off to the Christmas party.
yep, hold off to the Christmas party. That sounds good.
Hey, we're having a Christmas party?
You know, you were talking about that with lead. I know you were joking about the lead paint and the lead in the paint. You know, they did away with that years ago. It really affected the paint, though. There's a lot of colors that really don't work well today without that lead. I know that, you know, it was not good for the kids, but you take reds, especially yellow. New yellows, since they don't have your lead in it, they actually, but it becomes almost transparent. It's hard to cover. You have to put, where before you could put 1 or 2 coats on, now you have to put 4 or 5 coats to get it to cover. So I don't know if anybody noticed that, but I have.
No, I have. Being a model airplane builder, you got to use numerous coats of yellow to cover your surface.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, it made a difference when they took the lead out of it. The lead helped the cover.
Bring back lead paint. I'm all for it.
The UK thinks the Americans are sort of a little goofy because of that. We used to have lead in the water pipes and stuff years ago.
Yeah,
Still do.
Some places still do, yeah.
Yeah, when they sealed some of the pipes, they used lead to seal the pipes together. I'm like,
every society needs goofy people. So
Yeah.
That's what killed off the Romans.
Like Kilroy.
exactly.
does Christmas actually fall on Saturday this year?
I don't know.
Oh, let's look it up.
We're in trouble. Somebody's heard the crickets.
Oh, that's right. I gotta turn my phone off. It wasn't crickets, it was Al's alarm.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
I haven't even looked. So if we have
It's a Saturday.
It's Friday. Yes.
well, we will not have a show on Christmas, I assure you. Sorry about that. We'll have the Christmas show on the 18th, which is the Saturday before actual Christmas. We'll have the Christmas show on the 18th.
Right. Got to spend the holiday with my family. Jeez.
That's right.
Yep. Yeah, I can't do that because I have too much. Trust me, we have way too much. We have now, I think it's 27 people between kids, grandkids, great-grandkids, son-in-laws and daughter-in-laws, I mean, that come to our house. We have a huge family. So
will they notice 1 or 2 people missing?
No, and if you wanted to go over there, Chris, he wouldn't notice one or two additions.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, we probably wouldn't noticed it. Somebody said, golly gee, lead paint, brain injury, less yellow. It will take less yellow and more coats of yellow. Yeah. No, yeah. The years and years ago, they put lead in all the paint, and it helped in its, with especially certain colors like red, yellow. I don't remember if it was blue or green, one of those colors, but it was put in the paint, and they had a bunch of little darling children decided to gnaw on furniture and stuff and ingest it, and it really messed them up. So they ended up having to take the lead out of the paint.
I mean, really, who's to blame here? So,
yeah.
People let the kid eat the paint? Come on.
Yeah.
Don't you remember biting on your crib, sucking on that rail, and getting all that lead in you?
Yeah.
That's why we're goofy. Yeah.
That's why we are the way we are.
I have a question. Who preferred the school paste, the chalk, or the crayons? What did you prefer to eat when you
paste? The paste.
The paste.
Yeah, paste had a better taste to it.
Yeah, I've eaten paste.
That's a no-brainer.
Hey, the red paint though, the red paint and the blue paint, the green paint that you used to finger paint with, that was pretty delicious too.
Yeah.
Yes,
you tried that.
The crayons they're waxy, they're cutting your teeth all the time. Right. It wasn't great.
Shellac was a lot more chewy though.
Well, the crayons actually stayed on your teeth. You had colored teeth for the rest of the day.
Yeah, that little and it wasn't the white Elmer's glue either. That little bottle that was a brown bottle that had the little rubber nipple on it that was like
contact.
That's how that was
it LePage's or something like that? LePage's.
That stuff, man. Let me tell you, you put that in your mouth, you wouldn't be able to talk for a week. That's
rubber cement.
We've got a vote out in the chat for sniffing the rubber cement already.
Oh boy!
Yes, rubber cement. Yep.
You know, I saw a study someplace where they found out that after they took lead out of gasoline, that like violent crime stopped or got cut down quite a bit in the inner cities.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is for Mitchell.
It was pretty bad stuff.
This is for Mitchell. Look, Mitchell, I have my own rotisserie of glue here.
It's got a little.
Oh goodness, that one looks like it's been well used.
All right, so I made a few things. I'll show off real quick.
Beat the good old CA glue.
Yeah, the CA glue. Yeah, you can be huffing that in a closed environment. It'll definitely burn out brain cells.
This stuff will glue your eyelids together.
Do a solo layout, but yep. Yes, this was done on the laser.
There you go, 3-dimensional signs.
Mm-hmm.
What does it say, Russ?
Thankful, grateful, truly blessed.
Cool.
And then I did this one. Oh, come let us adore him.
Oh, come let us adore him. Oh, come let
I can see a curve in one of the letters.
Made the tree. We wish you a Merry Christmas with some little ornaments that I handmade.
Very nice.
Did you hear what I said on the last sign? I'm giving you.
Yes, I heard you. I'm ignoring you.
What was that? I didn't hear
it. And then I haven't showed this off yet. My rocking Santa.
Did you put a weight on one side now so it keeps rocking?
This one will. Whenever this is nothing but wood, but I made one and I painted it. And let me tell you, the paint affected the weight of it. So rather than trying, people said, we'll add glue to one end or whatever. I just went in and created on the backside of the sleigh right here. Mm-hmm. I just went in and created some little wooden weights that slide over the back of this sleigh bar right here. And I just added 2 and boom, it worked. So I just I painted them red and you don't really notice them. And it's easier than trying to mess with it. I mean, I made some out of 1/4-inch plywood, out of 1/8-inch plywood, so you can get the weight right. But it really works great.
Looks like it does.
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah.
I was actually, and everybody said you have to be careful when you paint them because it does affect the weight, and it sure did.
You could have
I
made
couldn't
different
believe it.
sized stomachs for Santa, and then keep giving him, glue on a bigger stomach until it balanced.
Yeah, but I did not make this file. I got it. I bought it off of Etsy, a guy that made it. I can't think of his name. I'd have to look it up. But he designed this, and it works great. He's got it perfectly balanced.
I don't know. I think it's missing like a cup of water in the front so it can dip into it. And
like the bird did.
Yeah, like the bird. Yeah. I'm sitting here going, there's something missing there.
Yeah, you remember that years ago when they had the bird that would dip over and it'd cool whatever it was in it.
Yeah.
He would. So that's.
It was through evaporation of water. The water would be on its bill.
Yes. There you go.
Back, it would evaporate and it would be heavier again, or lighter, whatever. But
yes, they would evaporate off, and then he would. Yep, I remember that.
Yep.
Pretty cool. But that's some of the stuff I've been playing. I forgot the one that I wanted to show off the most.
The mostest.
The best.
Go back to solo layout. It's my elf cam. So the twins were over Millie and Mason last night, and I told them, I said, yeah, I'm making this for y'all's tree. It's going to hang on there, and Santa's going to be able to watch what y'all do and see if you're naughty or nice. So y'all better straighten it up.
Is there an actual camera in that?
I can save you a lot of work, Russ. I'm naughty. I'll save you the work.
He made the lens.
Yes,
he made the lens.
I went online, and they wanted like $8 for 12 of them or whatever, and I went ahead and took it to this is actually 3D printed, the lens here on the front.
There you go.
I made it in Tinkercad, and then what I did was also I have acrylic plastic, and I cut the piece out. It's recessed in the back to hold the plastic. I had some mirror type of material, but I couldn't find it. So what I did was I did 2 or 3 of the clear plastic and laid them down and just spray painted them with silver spray paint, let them dry and stuck them in, and they look pretty good. Looks like a mirror. You can see a reflection in there if you look at it right. So, and this is not my
I look behind it and realize there's no camera.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody said I ought to build our laser, go in and laser cut like a file where this thing sticks out, where it looks like something could be back in there. In other words, like a real camera could be in there. So
3D print yourself a Canon EA1 and glue it
right.
Glue it in the back.
Yeah,
the whole thing.
Yep.
And just chunk it on the back.
Yeah. Elf cam, LOL. Techno parent. Yes. I saw that. That's another file that I saw. I didn't design that. Somebody else did it. I saw that, and as soon as I saw it, I said, all right. I mean, and the files, the people that are selling on Etsy for the laser files, you can use them as a scroll saw pattern too, but they're really not expensive. I think the Rockin' Santa cost me I think he was selling for $3.25 for the pattern for the laser. That's you can't. Awesome. Yeah.
Hey, and you can't go wrong. If you had it catted up, you're going to spend more time doing that.
Right.
Exactly. And then the L Surveillance, I think this one was $350 to buy it. And yeah, you're right. I just waste too much time. I'll pay the $350, and it's some of these people. They've got some elaborate stuff on there. I was actually shocked. Go to Etsy and type in laser SVG files, and it'll pop up a whole bunch of stuff that people sell for the laser that they're creating. It's pretty cool. Aussie Man says he has a drinking bird.
Does he really?
Yeah, he says I still have the drinking bird, Dan the man, and the giraffe. And a giraffe.
Oh, that's cool.
And
they've got all those weird animals down there, though.
Giraffe.
Yeah, they have them by the Billabong.
I saw that he put giraffe. I hope that meant giraffe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Robert Crow's out there, and Robert Crow had a birthday here in the last week or so. I think
Happy birthday.
Yeah, I think he's turned over 100 himself too. So
100.
Oh wow! Can we sing him happy birthday? I mean, if he's 100, I would participate.
Yeah, Robert Crow and Chris.
Chris not.
Both of them. No, I don't know how old they are. They ain't no 100.
Oh, okay. All right.
Can we still sing it?
Can we still sing it? Yeah, I'm with Lady Frenzy Wicked Truth, the king of the crafting crusaders. That's a mouthful. Jeez.
Dan, that's what your problem is, Dan. He says I cut my teeth
not
on
yet. Stop.
yellow and red paint in a crib that he slept in as a toddler. Yeah.
I think most of the damage as kids happened to us when we fell out of the crib on our heads.
Yeah.
That's, I think, the majority of it, probably.
James said, did you get the pattern of the thumb? Yes, James, I got it. Thank you very much. Robert Crow said he's 53, so he's slightly less than 100. So he said he's 53 years old. Yes, James, I have just been so busy these last weeks or so because of with Christmas coming and Thanksgiving, just super duper busy. And then plus, had a few family members that have been. My son, he was here yesterday and he looked really good, but he had a accident on the job injury or whatever. He dislocated his knee.
Ooh, ouch!
Yeah. Yeah, they thought they were going to have to do surgery, but they're telling him now it looks like it's going to be okay and healing up. But he was here yesterday.
I never heard of a dislocated knee.
Shoulder, yes. Knee, no.
Shoulder, yeah.
Yep.
Shoulder, you pop back in a knee.
Yeah, what's actually what happens is the kneecap itself shifts.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Did he impact it or did it?
I didn't ask him. I didn't get into
Russ,
it.
Those are the details that we're wanting, Russ.
Well, you want a story. I got one for you. So, Chad and Cody and Cameron and Corey all played football, and we were down in down south. I'm trying to think of the name of the place,
Georgia.
but anyway, it was almost a 2-hour drive to where we had to go play football, and so we were down there. Well, one boy on the since I was the paramedic and I was still a paramedic with the fire department, they made me the medical guy for the football team. So I was down there. Well, one kid got hurt and I went over there and I was talking to him and making sure. And he was okay. He was just kind of shook up a little bit, got hit kind of hard. And so I was tending to him or whatever. And one of the other coaches come over and says, grabbed me by the shoulder and said, Russ, you need to come here. And I said, I've got this one right here. He goes, no, I got a couple other people that can tend to him. You need to come with me right now. And I'm like, okay. I was like, wow, what is going on? So as I'm starting walking over there, I see my son Chad laying on in the grass and everything, kind of rolling around. And he was actually, it was hurting, but I got him to laugh. And that was,
oh my goodness, that's the worst type of pain.
Yeah. But it literally, he got hit in the kneecap with a football helmet, and it literally drove his kneecap to the side of his leg.
Oh my God. Jim's about to go faint on us.
See, no, I thought you were going to say, you went over there and say, just rub some dirt on it and get back in the game.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
No,
get back in there, play.
No, we ended up. It really it hurt. It damaged his leg. I got a little joke for you, but not a little joke, but that's something that I did. But anyway, no, it damaged his leg to the point that he ended up having to have surgery to replace. Yeah, it literally tore some of the tendons or ligaments off of the kneecap. They had to reattach them.
Tear the ACL.
No, it didn't tear his ACL, but they
I know what that tendon's being ripped from your bones feel like.
Oh yeah, he was in a lot of pain. So it's kind of a story, and it's about a father and son and what you would do for your kids or whatever. He was in so much. He was in a lot of pain, but then when he had the surgery, he was in a lot of pain. Yeah. So I put him in the recliner in the living room. because he seemed to he couldn't lay flat. It seemed that the recliner would arch his knee, and it felt better. So I said, "Hey, I'll sleep in the other chair, the other recliner beside you at night, in case you need anything." And so we did. Well, it hurt him so bad to have to get up to go to the bathroom.
Oops.
Really bad. Well, I didn't have one of those things that the hospital did, but we had a half a gallon jug of orange juice, and I went and poured the orange juice out and cleaned the jug out. And I walked back in there and I handed him the jug, and he looked at me. He goes, "What's that for?" I said, "That's for you to go." And he says, "Do what?" I said, "Yeah, put it underneath the covers and pee in that, and I'll take it and I'll go dump it out and wash it out, and I'll set it next to the chair. So if you have to use the bathroom, use that. Don't get up and walk until you get better." And he looked at me. He goes, "You would do that for me?" Because he was drugged up a little bit. And he goes, "Thank you so much, man. Thank you. I love you." But
like
yeah,
told the rest of the story because I thought it was going to get weird.
Yeah, I did
no,
too.
it was just I helped him to go to the bathroom, and it would put tears in my eyes. He was in a lot of pain. And I said, "All right, we ain't doing this. So I'll go get me half a gallon jug, and he can go in that, and I'll go dump it out for him." So, and he was like so happy. He was so happy to have to be able to do that. So he was in a lot of pain. Yeah, he ended up in his surgery. When they first went in, the orthopedic surgeon said we should be in there for about an hour, maybe a little bit more. They were in there for 3 hours on his knee.
Wow.
Man,
Yeah.
Ouch.
Painful.
Well, I dropped 300 pounds of wet wood on my ankle second day of the year.
Ooh.
Didn't break it. No, didn't break it. I didn't cry. I didn't cry.
Not
I
publicly.
bet you it swelled up too.
I got a bone contusion. It's still healing up. It'll take 5 years for it to heal.
Wow.
The bone
Did it
contusion is pretty much where the impact turned your bone into mush.
Yeah. Did it turn that lovely color of purple and blue and black?
It was black for about, I don't know, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Then we started going into colors.
Yeah.
It hurt. Oh my God, it hurt so bad. I had to get a 69 Camaro to help me get around. At least that's what my husband was calling it. It's called a knee roller. I had to have one of those to get around. I could not put no pressure on it at all.
Yeah.
And every now and then I'll get crazy and unplug the rainbow vacuum cleaner from the wall. You know how you just snatch the cord out of the wall? I know that's bad. Don't do that. That's bad. But anyway, I did that one time and it come back and hit me about a year later. Oh man, I'm telling you, I thought it was the first day I got injured all over again.
Well, we got some good ones out there too.
They're the best.
Yeah, it's welcome to Let's Talk Mayhem with Russ. Dan Inge said, and he was in his 20s and had both of his kneecaps dislocated in a car accident. He said in about 20 minutes, they both got the size of footballs.
Wow.
Yeah. And Robert Crow said he's had a total knee replacement in 2019. It seems to be working good now.
Yeah, it's amazing what they can do with medical technology these days. I mean, it's knee replacements, hip replacements.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And you know what? I had a friend of mine. His name was Bud Newell, and he had I had to have his knee replaced. And he naturally in the very beginning it sore or whatever, but as soon as he got over that and went through therapy, he's like, wow, it's all the difference between night and day. It was like great. So I guess the knees they make now are titanium or something. They're
3D printed with filament.
PLA. Yeah, the soft stuff.
My wife's had one knee and one hip replaced.
Yeah. It was painful in the beginning, but once it was over, she did good, right?
For a while, but she's got arthritis so bad that it's as bad now as it was before.
Yeah.
So.
I've got arthritis in my feet, of all things. That's the reason I
Now
got the
she's got it in her lungs.
arthritis in her lungs.
Rheumatoid arthritis in her lungs. And what
Wow.
it does, you know them little sacs that are in your lungs? I forget what they're called. They start with
Alveoli.
Yeah.
Alveoli.
Well, the covering on those, when rheumatoid arthritis sets in, that hardens. And so the ones that are affected, she can't expand. So
Okay.
they don't know if it'll get better or not, or worse or not, but she's in pulmonary rehab now for that.
Wow. And there's nothing they can do. I mean, steroids or
Nope.
wow.
Well, she takes that and methotrexate and tramadol for her arthritis as it is. So.
Well, I got arthritis in my ears, believe it or not.
Cameron, my son's out there in Chad. And the kid boys used to call Bud, my friend that worked with me, they called him Bud Noodle. His
Frenzy,
real name
is that what Mayhem says, or is that a fact?
That's a fact, Jack. Sure he is.
Wow. Yeah, his name was Bud Newell, but the kids called him Bud Noodle.
Bud Noodle.
Yeah, the little sacs are alveoli. You have bronchial tubes that break out into bronchial passages, but in the end, it's the alveoli, the little sacs. I still remember some of my anatomy from paramedic school.
What's the craziest thing you ever ran into while you was out there paramedicing?
Well, you want gross or funny?
They aren't the same?
Yeah, let's do one of each.
One of each.
Gross was I've seen decapitations.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
we went on a car
that
wreck.
takes care of that one.
Yeah, we went on a
Okay,
car
I'll give
wreck.
us the funny
Funny
one.
too, doesn't it? I'm sorry.
We went on a car wreck one time, and the car rolled over, and the guy's body was laying. It was dark, so it was hard to see. But the guy's body was laying on the top of the ceiling of the car. In other words, because it rolled over, and we went and looked a couple of times, and we didn't see his head, so we kind of figured it was decapitated. So we walked around looking, but there wasn't that much blood, and we couldn't. We looked, we didn't find it. So finally, the tow truck driver got there because we couldn't get him out the way the car was crushed down. We were going to get the tow truck driver to help lift part of the car up so we get a hearse tool underneath there and break it up. But anyway, when he lifted part of the car up, his head was on his chest underneath the car. It just pushed his head, and it was laying on his chest, but we couldn't see it because the roof of the car was between him and his head.
Was he still alive?
No, hell no. His head was about.
Whoa, man!
His head was about that thick.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Funny one was we used to have this butthole, but they back in the day you could not refuse a patient transport to the hospital. We just couldn't do it. The laws have changed now, and you can do that. But back in the day, we were under the rule that if they called you to the house and they said they wanted the hospital, I don't care if it's just their big toes hurting, you have to take them. And so we had this one butthole that he wanted to go visit his. They were drinking buddies, and he wanted to go visit his buddy in Winter Haven. So he would call us up and claim that his leg hurt. He'd be sitting there on the front porch with a suitcase packed. I kid you not. And he would get in the ambulance, but he wouldn't, the closest hospital. But once again, they were allowed to say what hospital they wanted to go to. So he would say, I want to go to Winter Haven Hospital. We'd have to drive his butt all the way 30 or 45 minutes out of the way to Winter Haven to take him to the hospital. We get him in there, put him on the bed, and we get out and start changing the sheets and putting the bed back in the ambulance, and he'd come walking out the door. He went and go see his buddy so they could go drink. So he basically used it. ambulance as a taxi service because he didn't have to pay it.
Pretty smart guy, actually. If you
I would have gave him some jewelry right around the eyeballs. Ask him what color. What color jewelry he likes? Black and blue or what?
Yeah.
Russ, that's what they
you
call
can't
it.
tell him no.
Calculus.
You can't touch him. It's kind of real.
He got in an accident. You can do whatever you want. You don't know what happens between then and now.
Yeah, Ron Buchanan says he's seen a lot of stuff like that as a tow truck driver. Yes, I tell you what, as a fireman in the older day, before we had all the advanced tools that we have, like the Hirsch tool came out in the 80s and stuff like that, the tow truck driver was your best friend for extricating people from a car. They would arrive and we'd have to take doors off or whatever, and they could pull it off with their tow trucks.
Hook her on.
Yep, and we couldn't get in there and get to them. Nowadays, they have Hirsch tools and all kinds of fancy equipment that they can take the door off. I could take a door off a hinge. I could set up the Hirsch tool and have the door off the hinges in 35 seconds. Yep.
Yep.
Take it,
Powerful
slap off the
hydraulics.
hinges. So, and back then, it's funny. Back then, they used to use a little 2-cycle motor that run the hydraulic pump. It was like a weed eater motor, basically. That's all it was a advanced weed eater motor. Nowadays, they all the Hirsch tools are run off of batteries, just like your portable drill and stuff in your shop. They're all run out of batteries now. I couldn't believe that. The first time I ever saw it after I retired, a guy comes up and says, "You seen the new Hirsch tools?" And I'm like, "No." He goes, "Yeah, they're pretty cool." He opened the compartment, picked it up and handed it to me. And these things used to weigh like 200 pounds. The new ones are light as crap. And I'm like, "Where's the hose and everything?" He said, "It's battery operated." I said, "You're kidding me." So. Don't get me wrong. You wouldn't hog in with heavy cuts strictly for like finishing cuts.
We were talking about 3D printed lathe stuff.
Okay.
Jaws, yeah. 3D printed chuck jaws.
Yeah. Yeah.
Frenzy, move a little bit to the left. You're starting to infringe on Jim's space over there.
Yeah, you're going to have your finger up his nose in about 2 seconds.
He might like it.
I got to
So
get
what
myself
everybody
a
else been
handbrake.
doing? I mean, anybody else been doing stuff? I know that she's been working on crocheting and stuff. Al, you do anything other than
I got
modeling?
something. I got something.
Okay, go ahead. Show it.
I got to back the camera up.
Oh, yeah.
Back up. Ooh.
Sorry, my camera's not in a very good position right now.
Ooh.
Yeah,
But we got 2 more wings, and I got to sew this on and do some more tweaking and sculpting, and he might be done.
Cool.
That looks neat. Do you put radios in those things?
Do I put what?
Radios in them?
No. I thought about putting a squeaky toy in there somewhere, but I didn't do it.
You do a squeaky toy.
It's too late now.
Yeah.
But there he is. He's got all 4 booties. They're monogrammed with little S's on them.
That is really cool how you put the S on there.
Yeah, that is. I like that. That is awesome.
And I'm going to tell you, it takes about 4.5 hours to make 1 booty.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
And there's a lot of stitches in there. A lot.
Oh, I know.
And then the reason why I say that is because they're size 0 knitting needles. Size 0. 2 millimeters.
I wonder if so size 0 is relative to like a scroll saw blade or something like that. I wouldn't think so, but I mean they've got double aught, triple aught, etc.
A crochet needle is when you get down to the small crochet needles, those things are small.
This one right here is a 14.
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean,
Wow.
if you used it as a weapon, it would mess up somebody's day. Let me tell you.
God.
But that's what I've been doing. Uh-oh, his tail fell off. Get back on there.
Oh, I hate it when my tail falls off.
Oh
yeah,
my
that's
God.
not good.
There you go. Stay on there. I got to sew it on there, and like I said, I got the 2 wings right here to do. He's got some serious attitude on me. He got his head cocked and everything. He's
You
yeah.
gotta
Boy,
like
Chris,
a
the
bunch of
camera's a
ballsy
lot
arm with
sharper.
attitude.
It is, I know. But I was going to show the project I just finished. For some reason, I turned it on.
Oh,
It's up here behind me. If the cable reaches. The book rack. Sorry.
oh,
Oh,
that's
I
the
saw
one you.
that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, fins to the left of me, fins to the right.
Yep.
Here I am.
That's the
Stuck in
video I'm working
the
on right now.
Now the book holders themselves, they slide back and forth, right?
One does, yeah. The
Yeah,
other one is
yeah,
stationary.
right. No, that's cool. I saw that when he made that. I saw the video. I don't know
Well,
if I
video's not
commented,
done, so
or maybe it was pictures that I saw.
probably yeah. I did put some pictures up. Let me
Yeah.
change back cameras here.
Yep. Will look cool. I like that. Okay, let me share screen. James Parker sent me
Then I started doing the video and Premiere changed the way you put text in, so I've got to relearn it.
James Parker sent me.
thumbs up.
Yep, that's the thumbs up he made for me.
Cool
Looks
thumbs
like
up.
a snake.
Yeah, it kind of looks like that, don't it? Like right here where the mouth is.
I think that's what he's doing. Or maybe.
Yeah. And then this is a few boxes that he makes.
Damn.
Nice little hummingbird on there.
Yep, he does some
Very
awesome work.
Yeah, he does.
Very much so.
Yeah. Sophia. Or
It's
Sophie? Is it Sophie or Sophia? S-O-P-A?
like Sophie.
Yeah, Sophie.
Sophia. Nice. Nice ornaments.
I almost unburied my scroll saw today. I saw the side of it.
Rick
St. Louis sent. Wow, these are huge pictures. There he goes. Oh yeah, that's pretty. This is from Rick St. Louis.
Is that a tree of life?
I can't. Yeah, it kind of looks like a tree of life. Yes.
What does it say? 11/13/2021. Megan
Yep.
Justin, I guess, is that when
Family
she
tree of things.
was born?
Yeah.
Maybe when they got married, Megan and Justin.
Or, yeah.
Yeah, I would say it was when they probably got married. Yeah, Megan and Justin.
The date.
Beautiful. Like it. Very, very nice.
We got some talented
Anybody?
people out there.
Yes, we have a bunch of talented people out there. That's his great granddaughter. Dan Inge said he volunteered as I did volunteer fire as a youngster on a major bus accident. The bus was split in two on its side. I pulled a victim from the seat after the bus was upright and his head rolled out. He quit. Yeah, there's some people that can't handle stuff like that. Trust me. I actually didn't know how I was going to respond in the very beginning because I came out of high school. I was 18 years of age and started working for the fire department. So you don't know how you're going to react and respond to some of the stuff.
True.
I've seen people walk up, full grown men. I was 18 and I've seen guys that had been doing it for 10 years walk up and see something and turn around and walk over and puke their guts out on the side of the road because it was so disturbing to them. So fortunately I was pretty well, here's what the funny thing is, and I know this is going to be gross, so I'm sorry, but I've had blood up to my elbows this was before we wore gloves. Back when I started, there wasn't no such thing as wearing a glove. You got your hands dirty. And I've had that. I've seen some gross things, but put a patient in the back of the ambulance and let him puke, and that's it, overdone with for me.
Yeah.
There is something about that smell that I'm going to go right along with him.
Yeah, that's worse than somebody getting cut open. I can watch a surgery, no problems, but if somebody gets sick, it's like, oh my God.
Yes, buddy. As soon as I smell it, I'm puking myself.
One time I jumped on the subway and all the seats were full and I'm standing there holding on to the thing and all of a sudden I started making believe like I was going to get sick and I'm sitting there going, and by the third time, 3 people got up and then I sat down.
I learned from a very good mentor when I started doing some of this, because I question, sometimes when you lose patients, they're alive when you get there, but you can't. When they get to the hospital, they die, and he specifically said you can't blame yourself. You can't save them all.
Yep, don't take it personal.
Yep.
No, you just do the best you can, make them as comfortable and everything else, and do your job, but you can't save them all.
This is true.
Yeah, no, but a couple of people were talking about Danny. Yeah, I don't blame you for quit. Some people can't handle it. That would be That would be like, I can understand when you saw that you didn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, I know a few who didn't make it past their first real serious accident.
Yeah. It's just sometimes you're not cut out for it. It sounds good. You want to help and you think everything's fine, but some people just aren't cut out for it. Oh, that was Rick St. Louis did confirm that was a wedding plaque that I showed you that he made. Yeah, that was a wedding plaque.
Well, it could have been a wedding plaque. It could have been, a birth deal too. I mean,
it could have been one of the two.
But you're right. You're right. It was a wedding plaque. Yeah.
Go back to Dixon showed me talking to me about doing the Tinkercad. That's a pretty doggone cool little program, Tinkercad. I mean, I made these lenses. It didn't take me by like 2 or 3 minutes to be able to figure out how to make this, and so I could print it out on Tinkercad. It was pretty cool.
Tinkercad is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks it's a toy. Well, it's a small learning curve, but there is nothing you can't design on there.
Right.
It does have a limitation as to size of files, though.
Yes, you can't go. Right, that's the limitation of it. But I've designed some pretty neat, sophisticated stuff.
Very intricate. Yeah.
Yep, gears and blades, and it's pretty nice. Yeah,
it's the size of file. Yeah, I noticed that because there was something I saw and I wanted to, and I downloaded the STL and wanted to take it in there and alter it, and it said file's too large. So I'm like, Dad, burn it. Anybody else find anything lately?
Yeah, I've got it laid out here. Can I can I get full screen, because it's kind of hard to show otherwise?
There you go.
So, thank you.
Oh yeah.
So I've been working on the Enterprise, and this over here is the green screen. Mine just.
Oh, you got some of the lights flashing, I noticed.
Yeah, and I don't know why these are flashing, but we'll figure it out. I just noticed it, but I haven't done anything other than that. But this includes these little panels that I'm having to build and put the LEDs in, and put the little the little windows in, one by one. Okay, so there's a ton of them, and I'm only about 3/4 of the way done on this, on the top side of the saucer, and I still have the hole up underneath of the saucer to go.
So in other words, just as many panels on the front side you're gonna have to put them on the back side too.
Exactly. Plus the rest of the ship.
Yeah, there's a secondary hull and the nacelles and
Yeah, exactly. There's
Wow.
here's what one of the engines looks like right there.
Yeah.
You know, which is they gave me this like the first time they sent me anything. Here's the battle section of it. The saucer sits up on top of here, and what's neat with this one is it has a little button so that this thing lights up too.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
And has this one does have some little blinking lights here and here.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to getting this done. I'm on 38, I think, of 120, and they come in manuals like this. I'm on 11 with 4 different stages as I go through. It's very intricate, very very detailed, and of course at the end they have some episode stuff and things like that. But they're not cheap, but they sure have been a lot of fun.
Now, the color is the color that it's supposed to be. In other words, the plastic is the color. You don't have to paint it, right?
Right. Yeah. They're having a little camera problem here.
Was that a metal frame then that you put the panels on, or is that plastic? It's metal,
no,
right?
It's cast iron.
Yep.
It's
Okay.
cast iron. There is some plastic on them. These little pieces. No, I take that back. This is cast iron.
Huh. I'll bet you that thing's going to weigh pretty good when you finally finish it.
Yeah, in fact, I'm sitting there struggling with this, because it's not all put together. It's really heavy on this
I'll
side.
bet.
But yeah, and of course it's going to be this big, yeah, give or take. Let's see,
I think probably weigh a couple 100 pounds.
It will. It's I can't wait. But anyway, that's the progress so far on that.
where is this going to be displayed?
Huh?
Where are you putting this when it's done?
It's gonna go back there. It's gonna hang up right here.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been thinking where I'm gonna put this.
Sweet.
James Parker's leaving. Good night, James. Good to have you
Jimbo,
Bye,
have a
John.
nice
Be
evening.
good.
Kilroy gets a lot of black market screws with that kit.
Oh man. Look at this. These are all extra screws that they've sent. And
Holy
there's
crap.
1 or 2. Oh,
Extra screws?
They're black market screws.
extra screws. And they even send you a little box.
I got news for you. If they're not extra, you just don't know where the heck you're supposed to put them.
You're supposed to leave stuff extra when you make something.
Yeah.
Look at that.
And just realize, people, if you can't get any screws anywhere, it's because Al's got them all.
I got Lady Frenzy Wicked Truth's screws right here.
The black market screws.
Yes. I got DMs and EMs and
Lynn
BP.
Handcrafted Wood Signs says, Al, you're going to finish this by 2030.
Yes. It's going to take forever. Look at the size. Look at the size of these little screws. Look at this.
Yeah. Yeah. I hate those little.
I mean, they're tiny. But anyway, okay. Thank you, Russ.
Yeah. Yeah. They're a pain, especially when you get to be older. Your fingers don't work quite as good. And your eyesight flat ain't as good as it used to be.
Yeah, I was gonna say you better have a nice screwdriver, magnetic one.
Yeah.
Magnetic.
Yeah, that's why I got that.
Yes, definitely.
If you don't have a magnetic screwdriver for that size, you can always put a magnet on the screwdriver that you do have.
Right.
Yeah.
That'd be funny if that was the same one.
Yeah,
Close,
these are nice.
Close. Yeah.
Oh man. I got yours. I got yours.
Would you say that that's a one or an aught?
What, the screw?
Yeah, the screwdriver. Because screwdrivers come in 1, 2, right?
Oh, that is, yeah, that's less smaller than a 1.
And it's probably an aught. There's an aught. We were talking about different sizes of needles, what, a double aught or an aught?
Yeah, you don't have a set of those, like I call them watchmaker screwdrivers.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Jewelry screwdrivers.
I've got a set of them too.
Like this, you mean?
Yeah, the real small ones.
Micro, yep.
Yep.
I just realized I haven't even opened this.
I've got a couple of sets.
I guess I have.
I've got a thing that I bought. I don't remember if it was from Rockler or Peachtree Woodworking, but it'll actually magnetize your screwdriver.
Yeah. It's funny because I had forgotten that I had these nice little tweezers.
Yeah.
I'm glad you mentioned it. I've got some. They're over there, but
Yeah, this thing, you put your screwdriver in it and run it back and forth a few times, and it'll actually magnetize your screwdriver for you. Speaking of that, we were talking. I was talking to somebody the other day that they was working on their computer, and I made sure I told them. I said, make sure whenever you stick a screwdriver in that, when you're working on certain things, it's not a magnetized screwdriver. Because you can flat mess up a computer chip with sticking a magnetized screwdriver in there.
The hard drives you can.
Yeah.
I don't know if anymore you can because they're pretty shielded and everything.
Well, it's shielded, and a lot of them are solid state now. So I don't know if it would affect the old.
The best thing to do is take a big magnet and rub it on the back of your computer on your
or a degaussing coil. That'd be like you used to have for those 12-inch tape reels, 9-inch tape reels in the Air Force. We'd have this degaussing thing for them to erase the tape.
We remember when if you set a magnet on top of your TV, it would mess up the picture.
Right.
Yeah. It'll draw the whatever you want to call them.
Magnetism.
Electrons.
Yeah, the electrons. Yeah, it pulls the electrons into a certain direction.
It offsets the guns, the color guns that work on magnetism. It messes up magnetic field. So it kind of makes it look green.
Yep.
What is that?
Not that I've ever found out.
Are you screwing around? Are you screwing around?
Tiny little screws from Amazon, piles of them.
Yeah.
Oh, I love those little kits, man. That come like that.
You can hardly see them.
You can't beat their prices either.
Well, no, you can't. You buy one of these. This is like $5 for all. All these millimeters.
I got a kit like that, and it came with those little tweezers that Al has. With the angle.
I had one.
And they're like 1 millimeter, 1.5 millimeter, up to 5 millimeter cap screws, little ones like yours. Yeah, and it came with those tweezers.
When we moved down here, and I had to move the shop, I dumped cans and cans of screws, nuts, bolts, washers.
Yeah,
it was weight I wasn't willing to move.
Yeah, you probably did the right thing though.
I got down here and I realized I need a screw for something. I don't have any. So I went and bought those kits from Amazon.
It's called
3 of them, different sizes, washers, nuts, everything. They're not the most highest of quality, but they do the job. So
I like what Aussie Man says. He says he hates it when after 2 days of working on a project, the screw that you left out is one of the first ones that was put in, and now you have to basically take it out.
Been there.
To make it work.
Chris,
it's called really good for soldering.
It's called the Hoarder's Blues, Chris.
I know.
Now, that right there that Dixon's got, that thing is awesome.
Yeah, them are nice.
To be able to hold parts.
Yeah.
I use all this stuff to making my flashlights.
Did you buy that or make that?
This one I made, and then I bought one down at work.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah,
get
those
these
are-
parts off of Thingiverse, these little Billy Bops
yeah.
that snap
Those come in
together. It's
handy
an
when you got to
airline.
solder. You got to solder wires together too.
Yeah, that's
Yep, that's what I use
very
it
helpful.
for. Soldering.
Okay, Dixon, here we go, man.
There you
Oh
go.
my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I bought mine separate. I have a separate. Here's the old
Yeah.
magnifying glass with the light.
That was like $25, and it's like, yeah,
Yeah, you're buying this thing here. I think was like 15. I mean, holy crap! You can't make this stuff for what it's cost on Amazon. It's
Yeah.
so cheap.
Yes.
Chris, we were talking about magnetizing stuff. Chris said he's got a bulk tape eraser from his college radio days in the 80s. We used to have it. We had this thing. I worked on air traffic control equipment in the Air Force, and we had a thing. It was they call it the ATIS. It's the Automatic Terminal Information Service. But now it's on. It just tells you what the weather is and the wind speed and what runway's active and stuff like that. It just constantly transmits it, so when you're flying in, you can get that information. And that thing used to be on a big reel-to-reel tape deck, so we used to have to use those things to erase the tapes. But now it's probably all digital. But yeah,
This is for
Lynn
think it's
said
huge.
when you hang it up there, it'll look like you hang your Stark. The Enterprise up there to make it look like you just beamed down from underneath it. I got news for you. If you hang it up there, you damn sure better make sure the cables are sturdy enough that sucker falls on your head, it'll kill you.
I tell you, yeah. I tell you, yes.
I have these are USB and you program these on your network. So you plug something in here and then you can set a schedule. I schedule the Christmas tree lights to come on at a certain time, and
Yes.
they all run right off your smartphone.
Yeah,
You can
I've got
schedule 'em.
those. I've got
Yeah.
those.
they're pretty nice.
Yep, I've got one hooked up to the AC and the dehumidifier in my shop. I found ones that were 20 amps. They'll carry 20 amp load.
Yeah,
man.
And so if I want to go into my shop, I can
Coffee.
turn the AC on from inside before I ever get out there, and so it'll be cool by the time I get in there.
If you want to do
this is
something
you
like
remember the fireplace. Now this is not my fireplace. This is my daughter. My daughter had to have a fire. Once she seen mine, she had to have her own fireplace or fire pit. I mean, so she went out and bought one. But that's the fire
Oh,
pit.
yeah. Cool.
Didn't you say you got multiples of these?
Of these?
Yes. I thought you
No,
said
I
you
only
had-
bought one. But my daughter seen mine and wanted it and went and bought one.
Oh, okay. I thought Nancy made you buy a second one for the other
No,
one.
she said I should have bought a second one. But no, they're pretty cool. I tell you what, that one that I have puts out 55,000 BTU.
So are they an air conditioner or a heater?
No, it's heat. It's
Oh, 'cause
propane.
you said they're pretty cool. I just was
Well, they're pretty hot.
yeah, they're hot. There you go.
Yeah, they're pretty hot. They put out 55,000. I'm curious as to how long the propane tank will last.
Yeah.
It uses a 20-pound cylinder. What in the world is that you got?
She's just screwing around, isn't she?
What is that, Trish?
Looks like a screw gun.
Is she muted?
Yeah, it sounds like she's muted. She ain't. I can't hear.
This is a screw. Y'all got
Yeah.
me messed up.
A
Thanks.
drill, tiny one.
This
Drill.
is
We
a
got
drill.
you. We got you messed up.
I made this drill from a kit.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
It's a
Yeah.
Tamiko, the paint people.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, the little
The
model
model
paint
builders, yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
This is-
yeah.
this is
Tamiko,
from
right?
them.
Tamika.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty
That's-
cool.
That is because
Yeah.
you don't working on models. You don't need an industrial drill. You just need something just to.
Right.
right.
Yeah. You
Quick
use
zack,
a
man.
you use a 1/2 inch hammer drill. That little hole you wanted to make is now 3/4 of an inch in diameter.
I have a 300 watt power generator here.
Sounds like a dentist.
Wow.
That we're gonna plug this drill into,
And I
right?
charged up with the solar panel months ago, and it's 80%. So just for backup power and everything for laptops and the network in case we lose power. But I charged these, talking about things from Amazon now. These things were dirt cheap. I charged
Yeah.
this thing about 6 months ago, and it's still fully charged.
Yes.
A hanging light bulb. It's all USB. That's what you want to buy because it charges on 5 or 3 volts.
I bought a light bulb for my front porch and back porch that is LED like that, and it's controlled on my phone. But I can put themes, like I can have it go like in Christmas time, red and green.
Oh wow!
Or the at Halloween, I had it doing it orange and
Did you have
green.
it black?
So it's
You turn it off. Oh, it's black now.
Yeah.
Remember Uncle Fester used to suck on a bulb on what show was that? The Addams Family?
Yeah.
Hey, Dixon, if you want to make your own like project controllers, these things work with Alexa and some other stuff, but they've got an app and stuff you can get on and turn them on and off too. They're called Sonoffs.
Yep.
But they gain 110 volts.
Yep. It's crazy with the technology and your network and what you can do.
I know.
Yeah, there's how many light bulbs I have now.
Oh, I am in the market for making me a vacuum cleaner for my desk. I want to hand make one.
Is there a little kit for that?
I have looked and not seen anything yet, but I would love to have a little bitty one just so that way I can do that, you know.
If you get a Roomba, it'll sweep everything off your desk onto the floor for you.
There you go.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
We
Then
love our Roomba.
Mayhem would be just livid.
You got to be careful with a Roomba. They showed a YouTube video and it was awesome. The guy left and his dog got out of the cage.
Oh, wow.
Guess what the dog did? He come home and every carpet from the Roomba he had to call a service master to come in because every carpet was full of dog crap because the Roomba went around and brushed it all over.
Oh my God!
Oh,
Lord!
I
no.
saw it. The dog took him a big healthy crap, and the Roomba ran over and took it everywhere.
Yep. Oh.
Oh, man. That's horrible.
I'm one of them guys. If I come in the house and all of a sudden I seen a piece of dog crap on my shoe or something, and I'm thinking, I got to rip all the carpets out. Here he had a Roomba spreading it all over, and I thought, oh my God, I don't know what I would do.
I do. That'd be a dead dog.
Yeah, that's the first thing I would do.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm an animal lover. That was just a joke. But yeah, that would be something else. Wood If I Could is out there.
John.
Yeah. Hi, John. How you doing?
There's-
Mackenzie Lumber Mill.
There's
Who's out
Mackenzie
there?
Lumber Mill. Where have I heard that name before?
All right, guys. It's 9:13. I'm ready to go to bed. I'm tired tonight. We've had a busy last couple of days. I think we're going to start decorating tomorrow for Christmas. Get our tree up and everything. Get going. I never start decorating until after Thanksgiving. I'm one of those people. I know friends of mine's already got their Christmas tree up and everything. It's been up for 2 weeks before Thanksgiving.
That's craziness.
I know.
Since
Shame on them.
Halloween. Since Halloween.
I mean, I do one holiday at a time, you know.
Exactly.
So we're gonna get out of here. Thank you all for watching. There's been a bunch of people out there.
Yes.
I appreciate it so very, very much. Luana Pierce says, "Night night, sing it, Russ." Yes, I'm fixing to sing. Listen,
Night, sing
if
it,
you're
Russ.
too darn night night, sing it, Russ. If you're too darn busy, get out in your shop and make some sawdust. You're just too darn busy.
Sing it, Russ.
Just give me sawdust, lots of sawdust, all around me and everywhere. I like it flying all around my shop and even in my beard and hair. Good night, everybody.
Good night,
Thank
everyone.
you for
everyone.
watching, and God bless.
Live long and prosper. And
And remember, you don't have to go home, but you cannot stay here.
What he said.
And make sure that if you just a public service announcement. Make
What he
sure that if you have a Roomba, that you turn the setting off for the day, especially if the dog's in the house.
Great way to end the show, Russ.
Yeah, don't let that thing be running around with a dog in the house.
Okay. They said.
Good night, everybody.